Knowing who your audience is, that is the secret to maintaining success on YouTube, I am learning. So let me tell you about it and let me show you with my own personal examples. But before I do that, I have to first explain two different types of marketing. There's general marketing and there's targeted marketing. With general marketing, imagine you're selling toothpaste and you're running through the city streets yelling at people, "Hey, buy my toothpaste, man. It's great." And they're like, "Step off, I'm not looking for toothpaste, bro." Targeted marketing is when someone goes to the store because they're out of toothpaste, then they're looking for it, and boom, they actually want toothpaste, so it's a much better time to market to them. Now that doesn't mean it's easy to sell it to them, but it's a lot easier than it was in the other scenario. It's important to know the difference because it affects us creators here on YouTube, and whether you want to admit it or not, we are marketers at the end of the day. Each video has to speak to the audience in a targeted way when they want it. If it doesn't, nobody will watch. So if you don't know, I have another channel. It's my first and for now my main channel. It's called The Sad Life. And it began as an outlet for me to talk about what life was like being a stay-at-home dad. A sad, and all the challenges that came along with that. But after a few videos, I started reviewing products and I really fell in love with doing that. I also vowed that I would always create content about whatever I was passionate about at the time. So then I had some health issues and created videos on fixing those problems because I knew I could help others. The point is, when someone subscribes to my videos on that channel, they have no clue what the heck I'm gonna talk about next. And while I personally love variety like that myself, it makes for a very low engagement rate with a lot of my videos. It's very hard to maintain consistency when talking to my audience because I'm all over the map. Like let's say I get 5 to 10 people a day subscribing to my video about LPR and GERD. But then my next videos are about clothing reviews or how they should buy a bidet. On that Sad Life channel right now, I have a video that's going kind of viral. It's exciting. It's on the Xbox Series X and how fun of a console that is. A lot of people are subscribing to my channel right now, but what do you think the expectations are of those people moving forward? I have a video coming out in the future about finding the best jeans that I want to live in. How do you think all those Xbox people are going to react? I guarantee you a bunch of them will unsubscribe, or at the very least, not engage with that video. Look what happens to that channel. I'll have a video do well, then look at my next couple. Because each video takes a lot of energy, I'm not gonna lie, it's disappointing when you see low views. Now, that's on me, and I wanna keep that theme going with my channel because it's fun for me. But once I realized this, and I thought hard about what it means for me moving forward as a creator, so instead of rebranding that channel, I started The Sad Studio. I realized I have a passion for cameras and creating content on YouTube, and I wanna talk about that stuff all day long. Here's why that's important. With this channel, even though it's much newer and I don't have as much data, I can still feel a huge difference. I had a video go a little viral about a month ago when I talked about the FX30 versus the A7 IV, and I got a bunch of new subs. And you know what happens now when I post a new video? I don't get people unsubscribing, quite the opposite. I get engagement from my audience. It's awesome. I love my audience. You're the kind of people I'd like to hang out with in the real world, and that's why I created this channel. It's becoming a community. I learn from you in the comments in our discussions, and maybe you learn from me, or at the very least what not to do. The point is, with this channel, I thought a lot more about who my audience is and what kind of content they would enjoy, and it's really noticeable when it comes to engagement. Now, it's still hard to grow a channel, but with this channel, I know once I get bigger, it'll be much easier for me to work with brands or sponsors because they will know who my audience is. Do you know what I mean? I will always bounce around with my content. It's in my nature. But at least with this channel, it's only really two major topics: video gear and growing a YouTube channel. So while I'll go back and forth between those, you know my future videos will have something to do with that. And if you like that stuff or are interested in it too, hopefully you'll keep watching. I've said all that to say this. A lot of people say create just to start creating and get good. And their intention is good, but my advice to you is before you create your channel or even each video, think about the audience you want to speak to and what they would want. You could have the best product in the world, but if you have no audience, then no one will ever find it. If you need help finding your audience, drop me a comment below and let's brainstorm together. I love this stuff. But in my next video, I'm gonna talk about 3 essential video editing tips for making the best YouTube videos, so be sure to watch that video next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.